Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. Just very quickly, I did want to say, I know that I'm getting some comments of you guys just asking questions and things, but there is also a lot of spam comments, so it's quite difficult for me to basically see all your comments because there's just a whole load of spam ones. And then also when they do come up as your new comments and I reply, if you then reply back to that reply, it then doesn't show me, it doesn't like come up on my list of new comments because that's a reply, and then I have to scroll all the way through to try and find it. So yeah, just a heads up, I'm not ignoring anyone's comments. If you say something and I don't reply, it's just that I don't see it because of all the all the spam comments. I guess they are scams as well, but yeah, spam comments. And then if you ask me something, I then reply. Just write another comment, like a new comment with your reply to that question, or reply to whatever I've said, and then it will pop up as a new comment that I should then have a lot better chance of seeing, rather than seeing your reply to a previous comment. So anyway, that done, let me just move this down here. So let's have a look at these Bitcoin charts. So we are looking a little bit toppy here. Obviously this 4 hour 9 traded pretty much did trade sideways to down, a downward bias. We then had let me just extend this across so you can see we have basically broken down from this level. We did our initial attempt to go lower, got bought up pretty emphatically. I know this doesn't look like much, but it is a price move from 18,275 up to 18,800. So basically it's more than a $500 move. So yeah, just on a 4 hour candle, and obviously with a dump and then pump. So yeah, but we have subsequently failed that level, and well, also this level here is quite important. We've not got it drawn in because we kind of did it from the top of that wick. But this sort of was the level I was umming and ahhing drawing in, and I think I did, and I kept moving it up and up because I thought basically it's just got to be at the high of this wick. But this is an important level, literally, and we are at the moment currently right now at this second just below. So obviously you know candles can get wicks, we can get bought back up, but as it stands, it's looking like we're going to give this a go. What that means is if we don't hold this level, say this 4 hour candle closes, of which there is over 3 hours left of it, just over 3 hours left, so most of it is what I'm saying. This could easily just get bought up like this candle did here. But it is looking to me, I don't need to say it again. You guys pretty much know my views so far as we're gonna range. Maybe I'm wrong on the range, the level that we'll range at, but I still don't think I am. I think we can come back down, get back into this level and range in this zone. But a more bullish case, and in all honesty, I think it would be difficult for us to range in this level, being so close to all-time highs, and we'll be tapping all-time highs and then breaking through, then coming down. It's just not a level that is would lend itself well to sideways trading, if you guys know what I mean. So I think I am completely wrong. We get supported here, we come back up, we probably take this out, have a big massive pump up, and then 20k potentially a new support level for the time being, and then we find a range somewhere in here, definite possibility, or we do drop down here. We potentially lose this level after maybe some deliberation at this bottom. Maybe we put in a head and shoulders looking sort of pattern, and then yeah, maybe break back down into here. So what would that mean? What would that mean for altcoins, the market? What would that mean for the FOMOers in here? What would it mean? We would have to see. We would have to see how altcoins react to that, because I am particularly interested in how they would react to that. There's a lot of red on the board altcoin wise at the moment, off the back of this potentially looking bearish development in process at the moment. We'll have a look at Bitcoin dominance. As you can see, we had a tightening range. It basically broke out, dropped out, We did, this level here was obviously important. I'll just extend it across so you can see. But yeah, that level was drawn in. Obviously what the line wasn't drawn all the way across, but that's literally where we tagged. And then we got this level here. So if we are in a developing bear trend in the BTC.D, then yeah, you would potentially expect either a rejection at here and more continuation downside, or what would actually look potentially nicer for this chart, not that things need to look nice, but a back test again of this trend line, and then a rejection, and then a very clear looking head and shoulders pattern, and then that will pretty much give us a targeted move of down here, which as you can see is the more important level, which is why it's a thicker white line. So that could give us some really good altcoin action. Obviously this move was pretty epic. So having some sort of a retrace here is perfectly normal. This trend line does also come in pretty much in line with the 50% point of this move down, so it would also on that basis be a nice level to reject and come down, and also it would be an important level to then, if we retake that level, the 50% zone part move of this 50%, what am I trying to say, 50%, I'm just watching all the red cells going through at the moment. But yeah, the 50%, if we do break back above and this trend line, yeah, it would look good for more bullish moves to the upside. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But when I was talking about here, how we weren't necessarily looking like we were about to go bearish at all after this point here, this is now looking like we have got a good chance of going bearish in the BTC dominance. We have got a good chance here. The chart does look like it could potentially reverse here and put in a top here, a lot more so than it did at this point here, or even this point here, or even potentially this point here. But now we are looking like we could put in a top in this. So maybe altcoins are going to have a bit of a run. So yeah, Ethereum, let's have a look at Ethereum USD. Did we hit our target? We did indeed. So we were bull flagging it out here at this high, putting in higher lows, as you can see. The absolute textbook, what we love, although actually it was a bit savage this move, but the textbook breakout, back test, and then there's your buy. I mean, I'd show you guys this a lot, and I talk about this a lot. This is just how bigger traders play. They're not going to trade the breakout because there is not enough liquidity for them to get in. There are stops that are buying, and there are obviously smaller traders that are buying, eating up liquidity as well. And they want to buy the back test because there's obviously downward pressure into a back test. So they can buy, right, get their bids filled, get bids filled, and then they can, they can either FOMO in the rest of what they want, or just they've got their bids filled, all the people that wanted to sell have sold into the guys, and then there's no one left to sell, and then bang, we go up. So yeah, that's the market dynamics, the trading dynamics behind breakout and back tests, and why back tests, just you see them all the time. This is the clear one as well. Yeah, you can see we slowed down into the 4-hour 9 as well, and then just pumped through it massively. So you can see people anticipating that 9, then pumped through. Ethereum met our target, and currently, so happy days. It is nice to see a 5 handle, 500 plus Ethereum. Can we stay up here if Bitcoin comes down? I think we potentially can, on the basis that BTC.D is going to come down, and people may be not FOMOing, but there is obviously ETH 2.0 that needs to get that amount of Ethereum they need to start the staking. So people may be then looking to actually then get that as we get closer to that date. Maybe people just didn't want to tie their Ethereum up too far in advance, but they may allocate that pretty quickly, and they may even buy it to allocate it. They may not hold it already. So yeah, potential upside for Ethereum based on that. And this Ethereum 2.0 is going to take Ethereum out of the market, off the market as well, for a while. Probably until basically this Ethereum current network moves over to the 2.0, which I would guess would be about, maybe it could be anything up to a year's time, if not potentially longer, for that to go fully active for just the main net basically. Oh wait, sorry, let's look at the BTC pairing. We've got to look at this because this is important. Yeah, we were talking about, look, we've got to take out some of these levels, get up to here, yeah, I mean that's clearly what you can see is happening. We are looking good for a potential reversal here. It is a strong move. It is a strong move, as you can see. I mean, we've had strong moves before, and they failed and come lower. So let's see. Obviously, we want to take out these highs. We want to regain this trend line. The trend line, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of trend lines. They aren't necessarily the most important thing. You can see it could be angled sort of anywhere really, like within like a good range of distance. So it's more just a channel for like the overall bigger picture, if you guys understand what I mean. But we're currently at the underside of it, so we've broken out. I mean, on the basis this, like I'm saying, this line could be pretty much it is pretty fluid within where it could be exactly drawn, but we did basically break back through it, sort of back tested above it or at it, however you do it, came back down, and we're now back it trying to regain it and back test it again. So I mean, there's more chance we can basically break back into this channel range here. Yeah, that obviously would be fantastic for Ethereum and potentially other altcoins that will take that lead from Ethereum. So let's have a look at the stochastics, and I guess we can pretty much assume what they're going to be like. 4 hour coming down, 10 hour looking like it's going to start coming down too, and here it is, the big reveal, the 12 hour. How is it looking? So yeah, obviously we did get that super aggressive potentially one final bounce off the 12 hour, but is this going to turn back around and come down and lose this and see us make our way to roughly 14k BTC? Potentially. Daily, I mean, it's just been held up here for ages, hasn't it? But currently starting to look like it could make a move down. 2 day as well, looking like it could start to make a move down. 3 day looking like it could start to make a move down. 5 day looking like it could start to move down, and obviously weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly going to be looking a-okay. Because we do know it is a matter of time before 20k plus. But in the meantime, we'll look at this on the daily actually. In the meantime, we potentially have got a pullback to an undecided level. The market will decide what that level is. It may not be as far as some people are looking. I know some people are looking lower than this potential 14k that I am potentially expecting, but there could be big buying coming in. I mean, some big companies have been buying. I do not see there being any potential slowdown or end to money printing, UBI, or any crazy stuff. There is an incentive for businesses to diversify out of cash on their balance sheets, and there are some businesses with a lot of cash at the moment. So I don't know how well that'll sit with the Fed. They're basically paymasters and patrons, and basically the people that support these companies and their bonds. If the Fed's like, well, we're basically printing all this money to help you guys out, and then you're then basically putting that money into other assets, do you know what I mean, undermining the confidence and value of our asset that we're basically printing for you guys as part of the system that we're all in together, Bitcoin not being part of that system. I don't know how well that will sit with the Fed. I don't know what that would mean as far as companies' decisions making. I don't want to be like conspiratorial theoretical, and that's not even a real sentence. But they could just be like, they hold off doing that. Bigger companies hold off doing that. Like say Apple hold off. Apple's obviously got the Fed buying a lot of their bonds. Apple could just hold off. It doesn't want to trigger a massive just wave of basically money from institutions out of the cash into BTC, because it would just, or anything else. It doesn't have to be BTC, but it potentially BTC like other companies had, because it's just a vote of no confidence in the system that they are fully dependent on and currently benefiting from. So yeah, there's that aspect of it. So but other than that, guys, that is it for this morning. So this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today. Oh, guys that are involved or interested in Wise, It is our first big gamble day. They're basically every Sunday evening, evening for my time anyway, between 1 and 10 million, well, no, just under 10 million tokens. So I am intrigued as to what number it will be, how much money people will invest in it on this particular day, on this daily auction. So yeah, we'll definitely looking forward to that, guys, and I know a few of you guys will be interested in that result as well. So thanks for listening. Not financial advice, and I'll speak to you guys later on today.